Hola, buenos días. Esta presentación es las noticias de LIS.
Welcome to the LIS News. This is a week one, and today begins our after-school clubs and activities. If there is still a club that you would like to sign up for, please see Ms. Crystal in the office or talk to the teacher in charge before showing up. Now, the first announcement for today, Friday, is Sports Day. The event will be at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex, so do not come here in the morning. Please get dropped off at 8:20 a.m. at the complex for attendance. The PTA will be selling drinks and snacks, but don't forget your hats and sunscreen. We'll be done by noon, so have your parents pick you up at noon or invite them to stick around for the whole day and cheer you on. Don't forget to wear your house colors to show your team pride. The PTA will be selling shirts this week if you need a new one. Garrett White, an admissions representative from St. Mary's University in Nova Scotia, Canada, visited campus on February 19th. He spoke to students in Year 7 and in students from Years 10 to 12 about the campus, program offerings, sports options, scholarships, and admissions requirements. Students were surprised to learn how much the surrounding area of Halifax has to offer. Garrett made the trip solely to see our students, and he was on the island for only one short day. St. Mary's is looking for students like ours. Currently, there are 2 former LIS students attaining St. Mary's, and those are Shylock Edwards and Rike Alry. They're really enjoying their experience, and after this cold winter, they are also really happy that the entire campus can be accessed indoors. Now, the Year 13 Visual Arts students of Lucaya International School, who are Ali Capron, Katie Hinley, Andrew Hinley, and Eric Grigoroff, are finalizing their work for their upcoming International Baccalaureate Art Exhibition. This exhibition will feature exciting and original work done over a 2-year period. Studio pieces and student workbooks will be on display, and the students are looking forward to greeting guests, presenting their work, and answering questions. The exhibition will be held in the IB Student Lounge from the 17th to the 21st of March. Viewing times are from 8:30 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. and on the 17th of 18th of March, those are the viewing times from on the 17th and 18th of March, but they will also be available on other days in select periods for the remainder of the week. But they'll be there all day on the 17th and 18th. Mark your calendar and be inspired by the amazing artwork of the students. We look forward to seeing you and thank you in advance for your support. And finally, this week, 5 students from LIS will be competing in the Battle of the Brains. We look forward to seeing Nick Roll, Liam Brown, Robert Pitter, Andrew Goodrum, and myself. We'll be competing against other schools on Grand Bahama Island, and with questions about chemistry, biology, and physics, we should be on our way to gain back that trophy of the Battle of the Brains, so good luck to us. And now for an update on your team points.
To another week of Big Words with Gabby. You know, it's never too early to start studying for the SAT. Even if you do not plan on taking it, increasing your vocabulary is never a bad thing. Each week, I will give you 3 words from the official SAT study guide, and you have to respond to an email with what each word means from a list of multiple choice options. The 3 correct answers gets you a team point. You will also be asked to use the words in a sentence. The LIS News will pick the best 3 sentences, and those students chosen will receive an extra team point. So here is this week's words. Abhor, A-B-H-O-R. Does it mean A, a narrow-minded or prejudiced person, B, calm or peaceful, C, hate, or D, to start a fire? Word 2 is enfranchise. Does it mean A, giving voting rights to, B, a type of business relationship, C. Payment for work done. Or D. To hate someone. Word 3 is remuneration. Does it mean A. A payment for work done. B. To start a fire. C. Calm or peaceful. Or D. A lucky charm. You've got 24 hours to respond, and good luck.
How's this going?
Well, I'm thinking about the state of the kitchen right now, and probably not as good as it should be, but perhaps you better ask Mr. Rullers.
Better, but still not brilliant.
How's the kitchen looking?
The same state as it usually is. A mess.
Hi, I'm Robert Pitter, and I'm here to bring you this week's weather. It looks like we'll have another great week here in Grand Bahama. Today it looks like we'll have a high of 80 degrees and a low of 70. There will be a slight wind coming off the water with a gust of 5 to 15 miles per hour. There is also a slight chance of rain in our viewing area with a possibility of an afternoon thunderstorm. And tomorrow it looks like it'll be more of the same. I'm predicting a high of 80 with a low of 70. And on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it should also be beautiful as well. And so go on out there and enjoy the island, but don't forget to wear your sunscreen and take an umbrella.
As we grow older, we often lose the extreme ends of our hearing spectrum. So, how many of the following sounds can you hear? How old are your ears? Okay, if you can hear 8,000 hertz, you're both alive and not hearing impaired. But let's keep raising the frequency. How high could you hear? If you could hear all of those frequencies, you're probably under 20 years old, but that won't last forever. Unlike other organs such as the liver or skin, the inner ear does not have the capacity to regenerate. In your ear, there are thousands of tiny nerve cells called hair cells. These are responsible for picking up different frequencies and sending the signal to the brain where it's processed. But as you age, the continual exposure to noise and loud sounds can break, bend, and destroy these cells. So why do the high frequencies go first? It turns out that the hairs tuned to high pitches are the first to encounter sound waves. As a result, they experience more stress and tend to degenerate earlier, which is why the older you are, the harder it is to hear high pitches.
As you may know, there is a serious crisis happening in Ukraine right now. Experts say, in fact, that this is one of the most dangerous crises in Europe this century. But what is actually going on? Well, originally, Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union, so it was good friends with Russia. Ukraine's population comprises of about 60% Russians and 40% Ukrainians. The Ukrainians decided that if they wanted to form closer relations with the European Union, while the Russians strongly disagreed. Basically, this erupted into a huge argument as to what side Ukraine should be supporting. Right now, Russian troops have moved into Crimea, which is an area in southern Ukraine, and are threatening to fight them in order to make sure that Ukraine is on their side. But because Ukraine is nowhere near as big and powerful as Russia, they're unable to defend themselves. So there is a possibility that Russia could seize Ukraine. In order to stop this from happening, countries like the US and the UK are stepping in and telling Russia that, if they invade, they will punish them by stopping things like their trade routes and their ability to participate in the economic world.